Hi, this is Scott Varilek, Koima Varilek Trading in Sioux Center, Iowa. We've had a little relief on a Thursday from the cattle market. It's been, and I say relief as if it's a bad thing, but no, we've had, big up, straight up moves in this cattle market. It's overbought, so I mean, it's been led mainly by cash feeders. I think that's where the main strength lies. Just super impressed with prices that we hear and new records. Every day there's a new sale barn with toting a price of something that's sold there, and just overall very impressive. So things that we like about the market, yeah, we know that the supply is tight. That's been part of the issues. Packers are looking for cattle, the slowing kill, cutting kills, fighting that off and on. Who's running today? Who's not? Who's scrapping a Friday trade? So that's been happening, and some freezer issues. You know, it just kind of continues to go on as the Packers know the cattle aren't there. They're trying to make them bigger, trying to get that leverage back. It all boils down to leverage. We have it right now. This is what happens when you have the ability to negotiate for a higher price trade rather than having everybody signed up in the formulas, and Packers are sure dangling that. We'll give you +1 or +2 of the high of the week, just so we have cattle. But we don't want to bid it because it'll make the market go higher. So that's what's wrong with the formulas, because you get them all into that, then there's nobody to push the market higher. So we continue to kind of remind people that that's still probably going to be an issue again someday when we do put a high in. So, these high prices can kind of mask that a little bit right now. So that's the supply side of it. The demand has been great up until now. We've had good beef movement. We've got a consumer that really wants beef. They're discovering that it's good for your diet. Shocker. We knew that already, but the consumer is being led to that, and new data showing just how good it is for you is really helping us out. So whoever is promoting the beef is good food. Yeah, maybe we're doing a good job there. We can say kudos to that, but we do have the boxes breaking a little bit here slightly now. It is the end of July, so that's typical. It can. I mean, it's peak demand season is done. This is the dog days of summer. Cash is still saying hi, but we're watching these boxes go. It's given the Packers some red ink here, and producers were not feeling bad about that. After what we've been through dealing with Packers for the last several years. So, but that's what we're seeing. Will it affect the prices? I'm not sure. But Friday we've got cattle on feed, cattle inventory. Going to be two big market movers. I also think that's part of the reason we're down here today, is just because, hey, we got some longs probably stepping aside, getting out of the market ahead of this report, a little bit of profit taking, and we'll dive into those numbers here next week. Questions, call us Koima Varilek Trading, Sioux Center, Iowa. The risk of loss in trading futures and or options is substantial.